Also, yes, we are finally ready, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, so we'll be starting our Sonic Colors really soon here, and oh, I want to fly high. Great, great one, great theme. All right, and we're back with our runner for Sonic Colors Ultimate. We have new. They're not new to this speed run, as they've already been running part of the Sonic block. And with them, they have Spec. Would you like to share for those who are just joining the stream? Talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi. I'm new. I speedrun a few Sonic games here, mostly Boost games, because Boost Sonic, my favorite. But yeah, I know it's a little bit of a blasphemous thing to say in the Sonic community, but Boost Sonic's good.
No, I have been a Sonic fan since '91. Okay, like Sonic is Sonic. I feel it. There's love for every era.
This dude, I love this guy.
we're gonna get on great. This is gonna be a great run.
Hopefully it is. Yeah, I guess. I'll let Spec introduce themselves.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Spec, and I am a, I don't know if I'm a current runner. It's been a sec since I've run this game, but I am a boost runner, if you will. I run Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, a different version of the game you just played for us back with the last run. And today we're going to be watching Egg Shuttle, and I'm going to commentate over it, because even though I'm really bad at this game, I would like to think I'm a little knowledgeable. So I will try to give some insights here and there as we go along.
And that makes two of us. We will both be knowledgeable, so we will be giving like a lot of good random facts and tidbits about this game. And one thing I want to say is that the bid war for the soundtrack's new. The original soundtrack won, so we get to hear Sonic Colors' original OST in all of its glory.
I get my beloved Planet West, thank you.
Oh my god, the piano intro is my everything.
So good.
Yes. Like everyone, when I point to like musical storytelling, I'm like, that one.
But yeah, I guess we're good to go then. So
yeah.
I mean, timing will start when. Right, I forgot to do that. Thank you for reminding me. I need to be able to see what I'm doing.
It's fine.
But yeah, timing will start right when we get into the actual stage. I'm gonna hand it off to Spec for the first bit, because if you know anything about Tropical Resort, it's pretty standard. If I do things right, it's not gonna be standard. So I'll let Spec take it away right when we start. But yeah, I guess we'll get going in 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, yeah, we're in Tropical Resort right now, stage 1. Tropical Resort, if you want to have some alliteration, it could also be known as Reset Resort, because, oh my goodness, so many runs get reset here at the very beginning, because this stage is really, really involved. There's a lot of skips and movements in this stage that New's going to be going for, really hard stuff, especially with Sonic Colors Ultimate being now at 60 FPS, if you're wondering what that has to do with anything. This game was originally released at 30 FPS on the Wii, and when they patched this over to 60 FPS for Sonic Colors Ultimate, it affected some things like jump height, and so this trick right here is a little bit harder, but you got it expertly, holy goodness. And we're going to be doing a 3D and 2D glitch, skipping the 3D section, or the 2D section, going to the 3D section right here, going straight to the rails. That is a really hard trick to do at 60 FPS because of the nerf jump height that we're losing from the Wii version here. 60 FPS is about of a middle jump. 144 gives us the highest jump, and then 30 FPS on the Switch version actually gives us the lowest jump height. I don't know why it translates like that, but that's how it is. But yeah, it was a really good stage. That looks easy, but I promise you it is not. And you did the harder version of it too. So that is it's really impressive stuff there. And now we're going to TR2, which is a pretty simplistic stage, and we're doing this the egg shuttle way. There is some little IL tech here and there with some rail fling shenanigans, but that's actually on the 144 FPS side. So for this, we're going to be taking it pretty normal here. Some mechanics that we would need to talk about is, of course, the aforementioned boost. Boost mechanics are all prevalent in this game. Basically, you hold the, I guess, the square button if you're playing on a PS4 controller, and I don't know, Xbox, sorry. That makes you go fast. And then we have the Wisp, which give various power-ups to Sonic, such as Laser, Drill, Spike, Hover, Cube, which we'll use a couple of times, and I feel like, and Rocket. Those all give us various abilities and platforming things to do here. And Laser is going to be one that really breaks the game, because in the Ultimate version, they actually implemented 3D degree lasers. So originally there was a fixed angle that you could kind of sit at or send it at, which allowed us to break the game a little bit. But now that the game's at 360, it allows us to do a lot more cool things with this game, especially on some stages here and there. Now New's going to be doing another 3D in 2D, or preserving the 3D state while in 2D sections, which allows us to go around obstacles. As such, here you went around that wall here, going and helping attack that spring, and basically skips through 2D sections a lot faster. And also, it looks really cool, and that's why we play. That's why we speedrun, right? To make games look cool. I'm not even gonna go fast, right? But coming into this this 2D section here, this game is a lot more 2D than 3D, I will admit. But with a lot of the glitches that we do, we actually preserve a lot of that 3D platforming that Sonic recently has been known for. And getting a 102 there. This is actually a pretty darn good pace so far. And we're now going to TR4. This stage, or this game originally was broken up into 2 acts, just like every other Sonic games. There's Act 1 and Act 2. This game instead, in all of its wisdom, I don't know, decided to break it up into mini stages as well as main stages. So you'll see that kind of sprinkled here, like an 11-second stage, like TR4. And now we get to my favorite stage in TR, or Tropical Resort. TR5, there is a really cool glitch here that are you going for it?
I'm gonna try it, but I'm not really great at it. It's not gonna save me time. It's gonna actually lose me time, but it's fun. So
yeah, it's really funny. This is an instance of laser skewing. So Sonic has a trip animation, which happens on ledges here that New's gonna try to go for. And if he times it right, you can actually shoot the laser off while he trips. Yep. Yeah, you got it. And we can boost over that section here and go to the 2D section. We barely missed it. So it's going to cost us a little bit of time, but because the death plane, it does not expect you to die there. So there's a death plane that in most Sonic games, there's always like a standard death plane at the very bottom of the stage. And so we had to reach that first. But now we can play it normally. But that skip is really cool. It only saves like 5 seconds. So we don't do that in full runs unless if you're really funny like me. But who needs to be funny, right? When you want to be efficient. But still pretty good here. And we're going to be coming out of TR6 in a second here with a really flashy stage. And he's going to be going for a slide jump here in order to skip this pulley. And gets it totally fine. That scared me a little bit.
Totally fine, yeah. Definitely not optimal, but hey, we got the jump. Didn't have to take the pulley. Nobody likes the pulley. Right.
And so now we get to go to the boss fight here. These boss fights are pretty normal because we're doing this glitched. Last time I commentated, this was the glitchless run, and so boss fights were a little bit longer, but this one is pretty standard. Hit it once, get the laser right in the eye, and that gives you basically 2 hits of damage, and it allows you to take it out pretty quick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do we have time to read some donations?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be going for a bit of a big skip, but I mean, Specs already explained everything, so you just get to enjoy it while we read donors.
Yes. So we have a $49 donation from Castmut that says, "It was such a pleasure to host. Have a funny number."
So now we're going to be coming for another 3D and 2D glitch here. This is probably I would say, the most famous version of that skip. Coming right here, at least in the early game. Coming here, boosting past the 2D trigger, and then hopping a little bit, and now we are in a 3D state. We're gonna jump outside of this wall, hit that. And luckily, they put a lot of springs in convenient places so that we can keep on going in the 3D state. And instead of taking the long cinematic spring there, we're actually just gonna jump across and go right here. And Nyu's going to jump and go past the automatic trigger on this rail, boost, jump, and shoot that laser through all those rockets in order to get to the end. Super quick, just like so. Getting there in a minute, 3, 2, yeah, pretty good.
Not bad at all. First two worlds of this game are extremely trick heavy, so
Yes.
it's a spectacle, but I definitely have to focus because a lot of these tricks are a lot more difficult than I make them look. Colors is
They're very
kind of
difficult.
an easy game to run, but definitely the tricks are a little tricky, as you might be able to believe. Might be able to believe by the term trick.
Yeah, so the early game is pretty hard for this game, especially at the top level. Nyu recently just really broke this game wide open, and he does not give himself enough credit for it. But this game before on the Wii version was roughly sitting at 40 minutes. We had our first 39 by Cryptic Jackknife pretty early on into Sonic Colors Ultimate being released. But Nyu did something that honestly was more of a theory than reality, and by getting the first 38, which is I cannot emphasize enough. That is crazy. Every single trick that he went for, he hit. And there's some tricks that weren't used, but they were really small, not super optimized stuff. But all the big stuff was hit first try, really well. And of course, you can tell from Nyu's play here, his movement is just unparalleled. So just really, really good play all around. And so this game is on a different caliber at the top level. And so the early game requires a lot of focus and a lot of just consistency. And this game, I would say, is a pretty consistent game, but it's really tight for execution, to say the least. And now burning all of the boost here to go into SM4, Sweet Mountain 4. Sweet Mountain 4 is, for me, this is my big reset point. This is where I'm like, Sweet Mountain 4. I'm gonna come down here, do a little slippity slide, boost through, take some damage to go through these, I don't know, lasers? Yeah, sure, lasers. And coming up here, and we're going to get a jump here, and we're gonna go into this 3D state once we get on top of here, and then we're going to get the laser. Oh, we're going the laser route. All right.
Yeah, we're going
laser
laser
up
route.
here, and boost right to the goal ring. Wow. There's an easier way to do that with just boosting across, but Nyu's being a little fancy right now. And doing the.
Like we're having a little bit of trouble with the stream. I'm gonna pause for a second here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, things like this happen. We do freeze from time to time, but please do not be alarmed. We will be getting back to our speed run. But how has that been so far for the showcase we've been seeing? This is a game, Sonic Colors is a game I grew up with, and it is amazing to see how much you can break it. We broke the barrier. This is what happens when you go so fast. You almost go too fast. You end up breaking the barriers and breaking the game. But no worries. Yeah, we'll get back to that. A fun sort of trivia I always like to tell people is, see how many burger patties you can count on the burgers in Sweet Mountain. Yeah, so we're I counted quite a few. I think I counted like maybe 10 patties. 10 patties is what I counted. Yeah. Rudolph, you thought the run was complete already. No, we go faster, but we do not go that fast. We do want you to see all of the talent and everything that has been put into this. So no worries, you missed nothing. But while we're in a quick intermission, everyone, don't forget to please continue donating. Like I said, we're getting closer and closer. We're at $12,425. Really close to our $15,000 goal. We're continuing to get closer and closer to that. Don't forget, we still have some donation incentives that you can do. You can donate towards the Howl Room Showcase for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Still have quite a ways to go on that one, about 400 away. So that's one we're going to work on. And also, don't forget for our bonus game to keep the stream going, we have Zelda 2 and the Adventure of Link. Currently we are at 1285, so 1,285 of our $2,500 goal for that. So do not forget to dedicate your donations to one of these two incentives. Not only will that help us reach our goal, but that'll help us see some way more interesting things on the stream. And just to remind everybody that all of the donations are going towards OR, which is our charity foundation for the run. So going towards a good cause and seeing a lot of our friends and special Twitch streamers in the community pull off a lot of cool tricks. Yeah. And then, yeah, went so fast tech couldn't keep up. Oh, I don't doubt it. That's one thing. Funnily enough, Sonic doesn't get enough credit for. Name another game that has to go as fast as Sonic does to get things going. Yeah, I don't think there is any other game out there that goes this fast. So definitely helps to have all the right things in order when we play and when we stream. All right. All right. And so we're moving on back to the stream. So let's get things going. Floor is yours, New and Spec.
We're back. I guess we'll it's not too far into the run. So yeah, we'll go back from the start. I'll try to zoom through everything again. Get the proper showcase going because SM4, is definitely something you want to see. I can go from. I could actually. What I can do is start in any percent because I dim a little off now because of that. So what we can do is swap to any percent. Yeah, we're doing a mid run switch here.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, we'll just be showing those stages. Yeah, so that doesn't allow me to be able to do this stage properly, but I will start from here. We get a timer restart, I guess. Once I restart this, we can go again. But we'll just start from here, because... Alright. But yeah, we'll get back into it. So, right now.
Sonic is so broken that he actually broke the stream. That's how that works.
That is apparently how that works. So yeah, Spec may or may not have mentioned, I don't really remember, glitch that we can do. I'm not going to go for it in any percent, because I don't have enough tail saves, which I would have had in Egg Shuttle, but yeah, you get to see a bit of an alternate version of how we do these, because I'm not going to have the boost carry over from every stage, but because of technical issues, just how it's going to have to be. You still get most of the run. I still pull out basically every trick.
Yeah, because this... Oh, we got Cube!
Cube! Love Cube.
Cube was not supposed to make an appearance. We're supposed to use Spike, but it... Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, does it have to, like, run out in order for it to be able to be used? Oh, man. Hugh, my man, he's there for too long of a time. So now we're gonna use Spike to go to the end. Yeah, so boost will no longer carry over between stages, unfortunately. But that's totally fine. And we'll have to do a little bit more strats here and there, but nothing too crazy. It's just gonna mean that we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful with boost management and etc. 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 But now we're also going to be able to do menuing, which I know if you've run any game, that's probably your favorite part of playing a game is going through the menus. Am I right? But good news is we still have all the power-ups. All those things are still going to be maintained. So it won't do anything terrible for us because we're still, even though this is any percent menuing and routing, this is on a completed save file, so we have everything unlocked still, which allows us to still play relatively similar to how we would on Egg Shuttle. But taking this spike boost all the way to the donut here, to the goal ring, it's probably one of my favorite parts of the game is just going on the donut loop, as you do. And now we get to go to the SM boss, and this boss is pretty involved. We get to with boost, we usually get to boost the forward here, but instead we're gonna bounce off that first cannonball and go straight to this section here, hit that cannonball and get some drill wisp, and the reason why we do that is because that allows us to get an instant hit on this boss. On a normal wispless run, which isn't really a category, you would have to stomp on him a couple of times. I used to die here a lot because I didn't know that you could get drill during this section, but then I actually watched a speed run and it was like, oh, would you look at that? So now we're gonna bounce off this one, hit another drill wisp, and hit the lever again and go to the boss and kind of get things going once again. Activate drill, hit him for a second time, and that ends Sweet Mountain.
Got a long dying animation here.
Oh yeah.
Skip this.
I guess you can say the level was a treat for the eyes. Huh?
Yeah, we'll be moving on to Starlight Carnival now, and this is Diggy. If you have gotten any donations or anything that you would want to say, you have got You got a whole heck of time to say stuff.
This is your soapbox time. If you want to just like say anything, the floor is yours during these ones.
Say anything like how Starlight Carnival should be a real ride. Like replace Space Mountain with Starlight Carnival, please. Like I need this. We do have another donation that has come in. So it is a $50 donation from Labris, who says, "Hey all, I figured I'd donate to a cause I very much support with two people running that I know, and also very much support live on stream. Great job on Unleash New, and keep it up into colors." As I was typing this, the stream temporarily exploded, but it happens. Good luck to all the remaining runners. This goes to Kirby and the Forgotten Land Howl Room.
So this probably needed a bit of explaining, but whatever. What I just did there, I skipped a bit of automation by slightly going past a trigger that you're normally supposed to hit by doing the homing attacks there. That just lets me have full movement going through that section and allows me to jump right at the end of the ramp, boost all the way to where the 2D section would end because I skip an entire 2D section there. And just, yeah, now we're in automation again. So, Diggy. Got more to say?
Also, shout outs to Labras. Thank you so much for the dono.
Yeah,
and
shout out.
all the love to Lab and the homies that are in the colors community.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of them, and they are all amazing people that we've gotten to know. Nyu being one of them. Nyu is one of the people I met through the colors community.
Yeah, the Colors community is really starting to explode now. It's finally, I think Colors is finally old enough to have a following, similar to like Unleashed and like Generations now, where people are really going in there. What would you say for someone getting into Colors like speedrunning? Like, what would you say would be a good level to like start on?
Well, I think just going through, because you don't have to do a lot of these tricks. Recently I showed off on another marathon, no major glitches category before we really had everything like figured out, and a lot of the tricks don't actually save much time. So if anything, I'd recommend you just like learn the game itself and all the routing, because you can get some pretty solid times in Egg Shuttle without having to do most of the major tricks. I think in that marathon I got like a high 43, and that's like somewhere in like the top 13 times, which like not bad at all.
Or you could do what I did and learn all the tricks and don't learn the movement and have a really bad time, but it looks somewhat cool. Either way, do what you want to. But honestly, this game, I think for me, what determines a good speed game is can I express myself through the game's movement. And I think Sonic Colors is one of those games where you totally can. And as you stated, learning it glitchless or learning it without or learning it with glitches, those are both optional paths that you can take. But I think with hindsight now in my pocket, I would definitely say, man, I wish I had learned the movement a bit more before I learned the tricks. But either path you take, I think, is a good one.
I think that's really great, because my approach to Sonic games is always, let me see how flashy I can make it look.
Yes. I just want to look cool.
Sonic's cool, you gotta look as cool as him.
Exactly. Oh gosh. And so yeah, I wonder, what would your favorite levels be? I already admitted my favorite level, Starlight Carnival, but do you all have any like favorite levels from Sonic Colors?
Well, personally, favorite, I love this stage, always will. It's got nothing too special about it in a speedrun sense, but Planet Wisp 1 is so iconic. Such a good stage.
Gosh, yes. Like, for anyone that always says, you know, if Sonic doesn't have like good storytelling or like visual storytelling, I'm like, nope, this is the level that shows that, especially with the original music. Great stuff.
Yeah, show them the first 5 seconds and just completely blow them away.
Right? I think that's what
Wisp 6 is my favorite.
Which one?
Planet Wisp 6 is my favorite. I actually,
yeah.
The first time I heard it uses the same song as Planet Wisp 3, and there's like a little bit of a choir in the background, and I'm not kidding. The first time I heard the song, I actually like cried. I was like, wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. I hit the choir part right as you're going through the rail that goes through the giant machine. Yes. I was just like, nothing will ever give me the dopamine rush that this just gave.
Exactly. You get it.
Yes. Like I said, huge Sonic fan. Like I play this game so much. The only thing that's kept me from doing Egg Shuttle is I actually kind of enjoy all the puns on the cutscenes in this game. So if you can tell by my humor. I am a Baldy McNosehair fan, so there.
You know, I respect it. I can't say I agree, but I respect it.
Okay, no, it won't top my favorite cutscene from Sonic Unleashed. If you know, you know, the Doc's sunset. That's all I'll say.
Doc's yeah.
Oh my god.
There's so many great cutscenes in Unleashed. That game.
Do you like okay, I will ask you, do you like I know you like all the voice actors, but do you like the English version more than the Japanese version? Like Roger Craig Smith, I would say, or Jason Griffith, like, do you like that more?
With Roger Craig, I'm usually running in English. The main reason that I run in Japanese for what is it?
Unleashed?
Jason, for Unleashed, is because as much as I love Jason's like voice direction and like his acting,
Yeah.
The sound designers just did not do him credit on the stage, as he is very, very annoying after a while.
You mean you don't enjoy him shouting into the mic, like, feeling good?
I like it.
It's funny for the first bit, and then you start playing the game for 5 years.
That's
Not
true.
most.
Yeah.
After 5 years,
See,
it gets a while.
I used to play the game with in my college dorm, and of course I shared it with my roommate. So here I am sneaking, trying to wake up and play Sonic Unleashed early, and I would forget that he screams during the stages. So you just hear like shouting from Jason Griffith Sonic, like waking up my my roommates.
I would want to be woken up by Sonic.
I would want to be woken up by Sonic. My wife very much disagrees with that.
Who does it? I'm always like, yes, please. But yeah, no, all the voice actors are good. Yes, even you, Ugly Sonic, we love you too. Don't worry.
I haven't even seen Ugly Sonic yet, so it's gonna be a bit of a I don't know anything that's going on with that guy. Hopefully his voice actor does whatever justice to that character that you could possibly do. Just don't tarnish my boy. I love him.
No, it's okay. Sonic's on his 20-year redemption arc tour. It's okay. It's okay. We can't tarnish anything.
Right.
Yeah. He's on a hot streak right now. Let's keep that going.
Yeah, the only direction is up, honestly. Or hopefully.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like, so like, you have like this incredible media presence from the music and the movies and the comics and the games. Obviously, the most recent, at least outside of Sonic Colors Ultimate, like a new Sonic game, I think still is Sonic Forces, if I recall correctly. So,
yeah, that was the last one 5 years ago. Yeah.
So Sonic Frontiers is a lot on its shoulders right now, and
I
don't know if I'm optimistic yet.
I am not trying to like get on like the overhype train, but I want it to do good because it's like saying like a sibling or something, like do well. Like you just want them to do well on the test. Like please, I'll even take
10 years of just like not doing well. Like come on, man, you gotta have something good.
At least we can say, so at least, we can hear Sonic had a few good games during his transition to 3D. Like, we'll at least be able to say that.
His 20-year-long transition. They're still
20-year-long transition. I still think that Sadix is the peak 3D game, but that's fine. It's just a bad opinion.
Wow, you didn't say that Sonic Adventure 2 is the best? What are you, not a Sonic fan?
Sonic Adventure 2 has the best story.
Yes.
That's where I go from.
I don't like the mechanics in Sonic Adventure 2 though. I'm a very vocal SA2 gameplay non-enjoyer. Apologies to all the real Sonic fans, but I'm gonna shut up here because this is the best.
Skybox.
Yes. What happened to the sky?
So this is a fun little thing that can happen with Ultimate. They didn't program this game well, so sometimes you'll have the skybox spawn upside down, and this is what happens when the skybox spawns upside down in Planet Wisp.
The Planet Wisp void. What in the world?
We're actually in a night stage right now.
It's like, wait, Void Wisp, you're only in the DS version. What are you doing here?
This is a little appearance. They thought they'd make a DS reference somewhere.
It's his cameo, right? Oh my gosh, that's good.
But yeah, we should probably get back to explaining the speedrun. It's just been 10 minutes of Sonic nerds gushing.
What else do you expect from Sonic fans? But yes, now we're on Planet Wisp 1. I guess the void has consumed everything. But we're going to be going through this little quick step section here. Interesting fun fact, in Unleashed Quick Step actually gave you a boost in speed. And similarly, the drift mechanic in Sonic Generations gave you a boost in speed. Here though, it does not, and how it mechanically works is a little bit different. We're going to be taking the stage pretty normally using the Spike Wisp here. Instead of taking that section above us, we're just going to take it below and go to the goal ring and exit out of the stage and go to Planet Wisp 2. Do we have any tail saves, by the way, New? In order
We
to
have
do yes, okay, we have
thing
one.
to say.
All right. And we're gonna be doing Planet Wisp 2. This is a stage that I think still currently New has world record on as an IL. There is a pretty nifty little glitch that we're gonna attempt here to actually clip through the wall, just like last run that New did here. And oh, barely missed it. You can actually clip through the wall there and run up that incline, but instead the developers put a new wisp, the Ghost Wisp, which allows us to do a really nifty skip here on this platform by boosting across from the top here, but barely missed the jump. And so we're going to stomp down here and take it the normal way, because sometimes you just got to show the regular stage, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to take the Wisp capsule, come up here, stomp down, and hit these springs across, and do this the way that the devs intended, slide underneath. It's still a sub 50 time, that's still faster than anything I've done, so nothing to sniff your nose at. I don't know. I don't think that's an expression. I don't. That's a lie. I made that up though. It's a new
We're gonna use
expression.
it now, though.
We're gonna use it now. Yeah,
We'll allow it.
But
This is the stage.
This
Like,
is the stage.
This is the one that if you know anything about Colors Ultimate, you know that this is the stage that got broken wide open right at the start. It's pretty normal. Boosting doesn't speed me up here, so I'm not doing it. Right here, I want to grab this laser whip, stomp down, and actually take a death. What that'll do is spawn me with the tail save. And tail save, for whatever reason, when used here, gives me full 3D movement, which allows me to do this trick here.
With the rainbow ring and the 3D laser, allows us to boost up and boost across to the goal ring.
Funnily enough, that's not intended.
No way. No way. That's not intended?
Unintentional glitch? What?
I'm actually sobbing right now. I didn't know that.
That's not possible on the Wii version because tail saves don't exist. So yeah, that's the ultimate quirk.
Also with the 3D laser too. That's another reason why that unfortunately doesn't work either on the Wii version.
True, yes.
There are a couple of glitches here that I think it evens out actually. There are some glitches that the Wii version, the Wii version doesn't have, and there's also some that Ultimate doesn't have. But for the most part, Ultimate kind of wins out in the glitch scenario and the glitch count. And also mechanically, there's some things that really help us out, such as perfect homing attacks. That's when like you see the little green circle underneath the homing attack. That actually gives us a little bit of boost, and so in some scenarios, boost management becomes a lot niftier. Or in some situations, it actually allows us to completely have boost in a otherwise stage that on the Wii version we wouldn't have boost otherwise. So some a little bit more of a time gain here in Sonic Colors Ultimate. I wouldn't say it's enough that if you were to run it on Colors, you couldn't get a 38. I'm pretty sure the Taz, if you want to watch a really cool Taz, oh my goodness, go check out Shuttle. I don't know the numbers in his YouTube, but Shuttle's Taz on Sonic Colors Egg Shuttle. That's that's 3 minutes ahead of world record right now, and that's on the Wii version. So some really cool broken stuff on that, and some exclusive Wii tricks like Aquarium Park 4. Have to give a shout out to the Tazzing Goat, Shuttle, who's also an Unleashed runner as well.
It's back. It's favorite stage.
Oh yes, this stage is my favorite stage because there's a strat that Shadow's Taz actually inspired me to find, but I found a different application for it. Oh, is the skybox broken again?
Again, yes. It's not as prevalent here because of how much higher up we are.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
And I didn't get it again. I don't know. Spec's little trick that they found, I'd never hit it once.
Yeah, it's called Swag Start. So essentially, you skip the trigger on that rail and you just jump, and then you can just boost through through that section to the next rail. But it doesn't save that much time, but it looks kind of cool. I like it.
Just like how that other one didn't save much time. It just looks cool. You saw that huge jump into the 2D section.
You can do a 3D and 2D glitch there with a really well precise rail momentum. I don't even say it's a glitch, it's more of an exploit. But it's really hard to do, and the 3D and 2D is also really hard to perform. So it's one of those skips that we talk about, we act like, we would do it in a run someday, but that ethereal someday is way, 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 way far in the future. But coming through to the very end of PW6, we have a boss that's very similar to the Tropical Resort boss. But instead of using laser, we're going to be using the Spike Wisp, and we're going to use Spike, have that little circle thing whip us around, and have the Spike hit it. That's a really hard trick to do, but New's pretty good, so they hit that pretty consistently.
The reason it's hard is because right after I do the first hit, right as he ends his little getting hurt animation, I only have like a very small like frame window that I'm able to hit him again with, and if I don't hit it and I'm activated Spike already, I get locked into an attack phase that I'm no longer able to skip because I'm in Spike and Sonic can't interact with the boss.
Yeah, it's not great. And now we get to go to New's favorite stage, by which I mean this is not New's favorite stage.
I thought you were going to say because it's blue.
I do like blue. I don't like this blue.
Yeah, this blue is a very mean blue because this stage has a glitch that's I really like. I actually like it more than Sweet Mountain one. But we're gonna use laser here and try to get out of bounds with a well-timed boost. And you can use stomp, but sometimes they can place you in weird places. But we're gonna jump around here, keep that 3D and 2D as we go through. And 3D speed, actually 3D boost, is a little bit faster than 2D boost. So not only are we gonna be going around out of bounds here, we actually get more of a speed boost from that. And going to the end, you did it perfectly. Even though he doesn't like it, still did a great job doing it and performing
Visually, it's great and it's fun to do. It just doesn't want to work a lot of the time.
Yeah, that is true. It's very finicky of a glitch. Going to use Drill here. In an Egg Shuttle, we would kill all those fishies in order to get boost, but because it doesn't carry over, doesn't matter that much. But you had to kill one of them, I guess, for personal reasons. What did the fish do to you?
You know, I totally didn't forget that I was not in an Egg Shuttle right now.
Another stage, this is a stage that is totally broken wide open by perfect homing attacks, as I was mentioning earlier. Usually at the beginning, you don't have boost, but because of perfect homing attacks, we can have boost, and it allows us to boost through an otherwise boostless section.
We get to do this stage again, because I have...
And now we get to do it again, because it was so good the first time. We have to do it again.
I'm sure there's no complaint seeing the stage go a second time.
I doubt it. This stage is pretty technical. I would say if you're a person that's wanting to learn this game, wanting to learn 2D movement, there's no better stage, in my opinion, than AP2 or Aquarium Park 2. The stage that we just did here. That stage is really challenging, has a lot of precise jumps. It really forces you to get well acquainted with the 2D mechanics.
Unlike
now we have... You like this one?
It's holding me right. I'd hardly call it a level.
it's a walking simulator. In my Sonic game, it's a walking simulator.
It's a water physics tech demo. Come on.
Really just had to put COD Ghosts in its place. Fishing. Oh no,
we can all
I'm
agree
gonna
it's
die.
better.
Never mind.
Don't
Honestly,
die.
I was kind of scared for a second.
Same.
I was like, you didn't grab the first one.
You can agree this is better than Labyrinth Zone, though, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I will 100%.
I mean, that's a pretty low bar to hit. Let's be
It's
honest.
such a low bar. I like Sonic 1, by which I mean I like playing Green Hill Zone over and over again.
Sonic 1 is like a great album where all the hits are on the A side and the B side is like some filler with a really good closer.
That's so true.
That is a perfect explanation.
So now that we're out of the water physics / walking sim, we get to go to AP4. This stage is really interesting because it has a bit of an environmental little thing here at the very beginning. Instead of going forward, we actually go backwards, grab the drill wisp, and take it down to this little pipe here. Gives us laser, allows us to get a little bit faster of an intro section. In this stage, I have spent hours and hours and hours trying to replicate a glitch that is exclusive, and I am stubborn and like, no, it's not. It is. It's exclusive. There you can actually skip the end chaser fight, and we're gonna see here. It saves about 10 seconds. but it is really precise to do and requires a specific angle that is really only accessible in the Wii version because we have 3D laser here. This is one of the stages that will always be faster on the Wii version, but I'm pretty sure it's the only one, if I recall it correctly. Most other stages have faster versions. So here is where we usually do the skip, but instead, and we would just fall all the way to the bottom. But instead, we're gonna do the chaser fight, which requires
me to go for a swag skip.
Oh, really?
Hopefully, yeah. It's called "Please Give Me Double Capsule." I didn't get double capsule. We didn't get the swag.
Oh, no swag.
No swag.
No swag. Yeah, basically what was happening there. There's us. Basically frame perfect, I think. They're running down that section. If you quick step at the right time, you actually grab 2 Wisp capsules instead of just 1, and that allows you to just boost through the entire stage instead of running out like I did here.
But for Egg Shuttle, the good news is for any percent, that's helpful. For Egg Shuttle, though, that would actually be not helpful because the boost would carry over to this stage, and on this next stage you do not want to have boost for the intro for the platforming. So both a blessing and a curse of the swag.
I am curious oh my gosh. I'm curious if any glitches come from the fact that a lot of these stages are built on the same map.
There's a little bit of that, but it's not really helpful. You can get to other zones within, like in Act 1 of TR, you can get to other zone of the other stages in there, but it's not really helpful for speedrunning because none of the goal rings respawned. If the goal rings were spawned, I think that would be really, really helpful, but unfortunately they're not.
Oh, darn. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I was like, if that was ever discovered, that would be a huge game changer.
And now we have to
There's not much I can do to actually speed this up, so...
Way to make auto-scrolling look entertaining. I appreciate it.
Rhythm game block is now over.
The rhythm game block is now over. No, it's so sad. I have one more stage here, which is another. I would say if you're coming into this this game again, wanting to run it. This is probably an intro skip that I would learn. Pretty easy one to get underneath your fingers here. I'm gonna take this dash panel and jump. That gives us our hitbox, and the way that you jump there preserves the hitbox, but it allows him to rise a little bit faster. Grab the drill and take these pipes all the way into this 3D section, kind of. This 3D section lasts like 10 seconds. But we're going to use the boost here, boost all the way, and do some really precise platforming to homing attack these enemies. Go to the top here, take the top route, and boost here. And we're going to see our little friend Hover. Hi, Hover. And we're going to take it here and bounce a little bit high up to skip this little section. Usually you can take the Hover there, and it's fine, but instead... boost above the pulley and not use hover here like you're supposed to, but instead I'm going to dive down and once we land we're going to do an instant boost and then jump, and then we're going to activate hover again, and we're just going to ride hover all the way up here. And on a glitchless run, what you'd be doing is this enemy gauntlet fight that's really dumb because of homing attack being a little finicky, but instead we're going to do a 3D and 2D glitch, and we're just going to jump around that. And because we're in water physics, we can move everywhere now, because there's no such thing as 3D water levels. But we actually glitch it here, and we can use those 3D mechanics, 3D water mechanics that aren't intended to just go straight to the goal ring.
And we get to the boss. This is a copy and paste off of Sweet Mountain, but this time it's in water. So
fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting the drill again. On PC, this boss fight was actually completely broken for a little while. They eventually patched it out, thankfully. But before, you could not get this instant drill hit. He moved way too fast. On console, you could, but for some reason on PC, it was just a little bit more broken. And so we're going to activate drill here, go to the left and up, and we're going to chase him down and hit him, stomp down, and get some more boost wisp, which allows us to go a little bit faster here through this stage. But again, yeah, just like as New said, it's a copy and paste job. Nothing too fancy here. Happening, again, going to activate these missiles to hit the clear glass? I don't know. That breaks the missile. And lure one more missile over here to hit the glass container for the pillar, stomp on the pillar, and activate drill one more time. We'll take out the boss.
Wow. And just as a reminder, everyone, don't forget, we still have our donations for the Howl Room Showcase for Kirby and the Forgotten Land and our Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link going on. We're currently... Oh, we're so close. We are about 300 left to go for our Howl Room Showcase. So keep sending in those donations and keep putting them towards our incentives.
Yeah, if you actually do have any donos to read off, this would be a good time. Because this the first 20 seconds is just nothing. So
this does appear to be auto-scroller the game at times, doesn't it? I never realized that until we were speedrunning.
Yeah, there's surprisingly little input sometimes to a lot of these stages when you actually get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
More or less than forces.
I think this is where it started, right? Like, I feel like this is like the trend that it started on, and I think they just overdid it with forces, unfortunately. But not that it's bad. It's not a bad thing. I think it's just it's just a different preference, and really different from the previous Boost games.
Yes. Not my preferred Boost game, but I still find things to enjoy in it.
Oh yeah,
especially the vocal themes.
And now New's going to do a 3D and 2D glitch here by hitting that asteroid and boosting around the 2D trigger. This 3D and 2D doesn't really... It's hardly noticeable. You'll hardly notice it. But instead of going through these frenzy blocks, he's just going to jump around it and hit that spring there. Super short little 3D and 2D glitch. And then we're going to boost all the way to the goal ring and take it to the end there. As such, one of the... oh, that was a new personal best. Congrats, Neil.
It was? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I definitely don't lab the stage out a lot. That was not that great of a time.
Yu does a lot more full runs than I would say single segment. This run is a part of our IL comp, and this stage is really interesting because I'm pretty sure as we were doing the IL competition, this stage had not been patched yet, but it recently just got patched. There is a ramp or a dash panel that will shoot you really fast through like this section. Pointed out once we get to it, but they actually patched it out because they would shoot you too fast. This one right here, it would shoot you too fast up into the air. So now you have to use a little bit of a boost instead. So we'll actually, I don't think we'll ever be able to beat the current IL world record because of
IL is unbeatable.
Yeah, it's unbeatable because of the dash panel. So unless you go back to an unpatched version of Sonic Colors. Oh wow, you're going for this. Okay, Asteroid Coaster 2, this skip is the scariest skip in the game because there's a lot of kill planes, a lot of invisible walls to dodge, and you're upside down. So going to boost through here, and if you miss it, it's like a long time of death, but you did a great job. It hits it.
It's that's definitely the spectacle one of the original colors. That is a very hard trick, and it's very cool to look at, though.
Yeah.
You just fall right into the goal ring. Skip the entire duty section.
It's cool to look at. Oh, a 5-second stage, you ask? I wonder how it's 5 seconds. Well, we're going to bounce off this dude's head. Going to dash across, activate Spike, and just ride it on down here to
Not
for
bad
the
for
8
5 seconds, but definitely still quick.
It's still really quick, yeah. Blink and you miss it. That is half the stages.
If you can blink for 5 seconds long, yeah.
A really slow blinker.
That's called an afternoon nap.
And now we're on the this is, I think, the only fully 3D stage. Yeah, is
Not
this
counting
one.
Terminal Velocity 1 and Terminal Velocity 2, because those aren't real stages, let's be honest here.
Yeah, they're not real
Sorry,
stages.
Mikey.
But this stage is the only in the main set of stages that is fully 3D. And we just basically just hop. I think it's 16 times you do a hop, and you go to the goal ring there. It's also a place you can farm tail saves if you're wanting to.
To this stage, and because of a recent patch, there's a little trick here that you can do right at the end with a laser, but because of how the fall speed for the enemies were changed, you can't do that trick anymore. You kill everything in the final run. You have to do it a little differently now. There's like a height that you can activate laser at that will still kill everything, but it's very hard to hit, and if you miss it, you have to go back through the rest of the run, kill everything normally. So we just do the normal way. It saves 2 enemies and you just instantly homing attack them. So it's a little bit of time loss compared to before patch, but it's not too big of an issue.
Now I think this is probably my favorite glitch stage. I guess in terms of like glitches and exploits, this one's probably my favorite because 1, it's really reliable. 2, it looks super, super cool. On Egg Shuttle, we would have boost here, and you could actually boost into those rainbow rings that were right ahead of us. It saves like 2 seconds, but because we don't start with boost, we're going to be doing this the normal IL way, which means instead of going through those rainbow rings and taking the other coaster and saving 2 seconds, we're going to take these rainbow rings, hold to the right here, or hold to the left, my bad, and homing attack these asteroids, and get some perfect homing attacks in order to preserve some boost, which allows us to go through the upcoming 2D section pretty fast, and going through these rainbow rings again as we transition. And now see right here, this fall section. This is actually 3D. We're in 3D control, but it transitions us into the 2D section. Well, after we take this 2D section, we're going to boost across, do some nice little platforming here, and you see this water. You're probably picking up what I'm about to put down here. We're going to actually clip out of bounds in the water, and we're going to hit that 3D trigger that we just came through. And now we're back into 3D. Or, sorry, not in 3D just yet. Going to jump. Oh, no! Go back in.
We can go for it again.
But good news is, yeah, we go back forward again, and for some reason, when we come out of the water, now we're out of the water. Yeah. So we're going to try to go for it again. Boost across. Stomp down, and hit that little 3D trigger out of bounds here. And we're going to stomp down, boost across, and then stomp again. Because we have that water, we now have the infinite jumps, but we got to do it before we drown. So hopefully we can make it in time. And boom, we get there just in time.
He likes actually playing the stage properly.
Yeah, that stage I think is like 220 properly.
Yep,
So
because there is a one instance of the only instance of a mini boss. So yeah, we just completely skipped that. So there is no mini boss in Sonic Colors. There is only this boss, and on this boss, I'm going to be going for a little bit of a difficult trick, but it looks really stylish, so we have to go for it. It's basically frame perfect. Right here, I want to damage him enough to get Rocket, damage him one more time so that he goes into his 2D attack phase, and I'm going to be standing in a bit of a lineup. Spec can explain this because I need to actually focus a little here.
Yeah, so we're going to be activating Rocket at a very specific angle. I don't know that's going to do it, though. You can restart and probably go for it again. But then instead, so usually what happens here is that we hit it with Rocket, and then it's going to spawn some what is it called? Spike balls, I guess. And it usually will hit that itself and will actually destroy itself. But instead, what he's going to do is a pretty frame perfect trick that he's going to activate, and he's going to activate Rocket, hit it a bunch, and then stomp, and that's actually going to stick Sonic in there, and it's going to do all the hitboxes and damage that originally would be done from the glitch, but
Didn't get it. Hit it too early and then hit it too late. But yeah.
No.
You get to see the other funny one. So we wait here, I touch nothing, and
Don't touch anything.
Kills himself.
There it is.
That one took a little longer than I thought. I thought something went wrong there. But yeah, he just drops his spike balls, and suicides, I guess.
Yeah, if you move during that, you actually will activate it back into an attack phase where it can potentially be invulnerable. So definitely, if you are going for that glitch, don't do that.
And now we move on to the final set of stages.
Woohoo! Stages? Are they stages?
Playable cutscenes.
Playable
I have a
cutscenes.
cutscene. Yeah.
This stage is a very funny stage because it is and there is a very contested world record battle for this auto-scroller stage, and Mikey Cool Money came on top for the world record holder for this stage. But this stage is kind of a meme. For April Fool's Day, the Sonic Adventure era speedrunning community held a quote-unquote marathon where Mikey Cool Money just ran this stage for like hours. And it was the most marathon of marathons, if you will.
One thing I've learned accidentally on this stage in Ultimate is don't break the run plane, because if you go beyond the graphics, the Earth is just a PNG image, so there's no kill floor. You're gonna fall forever.
You can't actually get back to Earth. It's
a lie.
It doesn't exist.
It's not real. This chaser fight's pretty interesting though. We're going to be coming into a chaser fight similar to the one that we had on AP4. On AP4, the way that the cinematics work and camera placement and gravity works is that you can't jump. Well, if you're doing this fight, you may have done this before and died here a lot and gotten really mad and screamed at your CRT TV and were like, oh my gosh, because you play this game on the CRT TV. Like I did, but you can actually jump here. Which I didn't know, and but New's going to be going for, in order to avoid punches and attacks, but he's going to be going for a momentum preservation trick. So using boost and then doing some short hops over and over again preserves us enough speed to stay right outside of its laser pattern for a relatively good amount of time. And when we do that correctly, New can collect boost from these enemies and just boost straight to the end and get like a 205, 206 here. But yeah.
Well, and Mikey, every time I do this, I always get 206s whenever I show this game off. But yeah, that's it for TV1, and we move on to the final boss, which is a lot more technical than you may think it is.
Yes. So because of perfect homing attacks, that actually impacts our homing attack timing. And it allows us to do instantaneous homing attacks during where there would otherwise be a cutscene. So he's going to do a perfect homing attack here, 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 and then right there, as you can see, that is a really small frame window. I've actually never gotten that myself, partially because I don't practice as much as I should. But that goes without saying. But you hit it perfectly there, and it allows us to do another glitch as well, known as phase skip. Which, New, do you want to explain that? What that does? I'm not fully aware of the technicality of phase skip.
I'm not fully part with it either. It's easier for some reason when the game decides to. It's more prevalent on Switch because when the game lags, there's like a weird thing that happens where the game will decide, because it'll basically double a hit is a way to describe it, because the game lagging, something with the physics of how this game is programmed, I'm pretty sure it's programmed on frame rate, so that is going to allow you to get a double hit in and actually skip one of these phases, so you don't actually have to go through this, and basically completely destroys the IL for this boss.
Yeah, so when it was discovered, it was a mad dash to see who could get the world record for this boss. It got really, really competitive at the top level. So definitely check out that IL sometime in the future. But getting it essentially in a full run, as with the explanation given, it's pretty much RNG if you're gonna get it or not. And also, this boss is RNG. Not RNG on if it's gonna be easy or not. This boss is pretty self-explanatory with some practice, but it is RNG on time save. Some phases are faster than others, and then getting these quick attacks is pretty tough as well. Also, that looked like a longer cinematic than usual. Maybe it was just...
No, that was around the same time.
Oh, it was around the same time. And then we get to activate unlimited color.
Yeah, and that basically ends the boss. Enjoy the music for a second.
And the Roger Craig.
Fun fact: Roger Craig also did the voices for the the announcer.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
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 no, his
yeah.
vocal range is amazing.
That's insane. That is insane. I never knew that. I thought that was wow.
That is my one party trick. I always let people. I'm like, did you know?
But yeah, we're moving on to the final stage here. Time will be coming up in a second or so. This is a very interactive stage. I'm going to be hitting the A button like 6 times. So I'll be able to time you in. There's not much you can do to speed up this stage. So
Yeah,
yep,
I was actually done some science with whether jumping or air dashing is gonna be faster. It turns out jumping's faster. Air dash is just
now. And yeah, that's it. That's Sonic Colors. Didn't go perfectly fine, obviously because of tech issues, but yeah, that's been it.
It's still an amazing showcase of level skips and glitches that I have not seen before, or I say intentional ones. Getting a lot of GG.
Yeah, a lot of GGs, thank you. Yeah, this game is a spectacle. I really love the boost games, you're gonna tell.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool tricks shown off here. There's a lot of cool tricks for Unleashed also in day stages and that, and it's been very nice being able to show off these 2 games that I hold really near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, no, definitely appreciate you coming and showing these. Like these are great. Yeah, anyone you'd like to thank and how we can find out more about you?
Yeah, I guess I'd have to obviously thank the 2. I have to thank the whole speedrunning community. Thank Fastest First for letting me actually come up here and show up these games. It's a pleasure being the entire Sonic block. I'm the representation, apparently. So
very good representation, though.
Very, very good.
Yeah, thank you, Fastest First. Thank you to everyone in the Sonic speedrunning community also, because they've been really nice. A lot of cool people there. If you're interested in running either of these games or even one of the older games, I very much recommend coming and checking this out. There's a lot of nice people, and we'd love to have you. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch a lot of the times. I'm right now I'm in the middle of trying to not be bad at Unleashed. It's just being a process, but we're getting there. But yeah, you can find me on my Twitch handle. I think Blaze has already, Blaze has already done the command. And yeah, if any of y'all are interested in watching or even trying the game, I'd love to talk to you. And guess I'll see all of y'all some other time.